Hello, Mountaineer Nation. Yeah, it's me, the Wolfman, Dale Wolfley, and I'm coming to you from Mountaineer headquarters. And man, do I have a special guest today. If you like successful underdog stories, I have a big story, and that is former Mountaineer offensive lineman and current Cincinnati Bengal, and soon to be participant in Super Bowl 56. Yeah, you guessed it, big Quinton Spain. Big Q, how you doing, man?
Doing fine, man. Great to be on the show. Great to be on the show.
Yeah. Hey, man, I want to thank you for taking this time out for Mountaineer Nation. We're doing this on Monday. I know you're leaving tomorrow, Tuesday, to head out to LA, man. And it's a great. We really appreciate that.
We leave tomorrow, but I'm just excited.
Just
First time
excited.
going
I
to
bet you are,
first
man.
time.
This is huge. Now, I have one question right before, and I want you to tell me how this sounds. And that is, who they gonna beat those Bengals this Sunday? I say not the Rams, man. Is that right, or am I on or am I off?
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. I like everything you said. Who
All
they?
right, man.
Yes, yeah.
Who they? I love that. I read all about that. That's good stuff. But before we get into your pro career and the Super Bowl and everything that's just so exciting going on right now, give me something that makes you smile about WVU, because this is Mountaineer Nation. And what makes you think of WVU and gives you a smile, either on the field or off?
It's the fans for me out there in West Virginia. They die hard, and West Virginia football is like their pro team, so they go real hard for their college team because that's the only team they have like in the state, unless there be a Pittsburgh fan. But I know too many are Pittsburgh fan, but they really like West Virginia though.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know for a few years anyways, you were coming back in the offseason and working out with Mike Joseph. How did that work out for you? Do you still continue to come back here in the offseason?
Yes. I do continue to come back in the all season workout and with Mike Joseph. Since Mike Joseph's been there, I always came back in the off season and do like the winter workout with the team, but I don't do like the running part. When I do the weight room part with him, I run on my own. So Mike have a good plan for me. Like every time I came back, he got me right. So I respect that. I respect Mike Joseph and the coaches, the head coaches who's there, they still let me come into the building when Holgerson was there. I came back, and then when Neil Bryant got the job, he invited the alumni to come back to work out. So at first I didn't know how that was gonna work, but then when I came, he welcomed me in with open arms. So I respect that from him, and I was happy to be able to work out in the weight room, the new weight room, the new locker room in the weight room.
Yeah, it is pretty nice, and your picture's still up there. It stays up there all year round. Just so you know, it's waiting for you to come back. But let's move on here. You had great success at WVU from 2011 to 2014, and in the Big 12, really respected. But when it came to be drafted in 2015, many people were mistaken, and you did not get drafted. That created the Mr. Undrafted Twitter handle and pretty much a theme that you have gone by in these past 7 years.
Yes, that's like being projected to be a first round draft pick coming into my last year. So it really hurted me to see myself slip all the way to undrafted, and the embarrassment, the embarrassment feeling around my family on draft day, them 3 days, and then hear my name called. And at the end of the draft, I had to look at my family, and they seen me cry for the first time because it really hurt me. And that was my dream chase. Like that's one of one of my goals and dreams. So, but as me getting picked up by Tennessee, I just knew I needed an opportunity. So I just used that Mr. Undrafted and just used it for motivation and took off with my career.
Yeah, I'd say that big chip on your shoulder is about as big as your shoulders are. That's pretty darn big, man. Yes, I'll tell you what, you did a great job. Now, as we said, this story is a success. And when you went with Tennessee, man, you started at least 6 games out of the season of your rookie year. That's almost unheard. And you had a great 3 years in Tennessee as I watched you. What did you learn from that time?
My first year in Tennessee, I had coming in to camp. I was hurt. I was hurt. At first I was hurt for OTAs, and then when they told me to get surgery and just sit out, and heal up and be ready for camp, I'm like, I probably don't have no shot. So I'm still gonna work hard and do what I had to do. So when camp came around, when the final cut day came, I was in my hotel, and I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm ready to leave because it's hard for undrafted people to make a team. So and I didn't get the phone call. So my agent called me and told me I made a team. That was a relief. I was blessed. And then coming into the season, when they told me I'm on active roster but not dressing, I felt like, all right, I'm undrafted. I gotta respect it. So when the head coach got fired in the middle of the season, and Mike Malarkey got the intern head coach job after he beat the Saints, so he gave me my opportunity. So the last 6 games of the season, I started, and then I never looked back. After that because every year they drafted a guard, and I beat them out for the position every year after that. So I just took off from there.
Yeah, you sure did. Now, I have to ask this question because I've been wanting to. I loved it when I watched it. I laughed. But what was the deal with the Nashville Predators, your offensive line, shirts off, guzzling beer, and Marcus Mariota with your quarterback? And you guys were just going nuts, man. I think you had a squid at one time up there.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was all the time. That's one for the books. It was. I give credit to Taylor Lewan. He came up with the idea, and before we started, he said, "Man, just take your shirt off and just go crazy." And I'm like, "All right, forget it. Let's get it. Let's get whatever was gonna make the crowd go hype." And then I took my shirt off. We started chugging beer. He chugged it from the catfish, and it went famous.
It went viral. Are you a big hockey fan now?
Yeah, I like hockey. I like it. I like the atmosphere. At first, I didn't like it. Like, I can't watch it on TV, but when I'm at the game, I get into it.
Get into it. All right. Well, that was great. I loved it, and I always remember that. And moving on, though, but in your 7-year career, man, you have just under 5,000 snaps. I checked in the books here, and you have only had 25 penalties. That's a lot of snaps. And in fact, in Buffalo for the Bills, you played every snap of the season with only 4 penalties, but you gave up 0, the big egg in sacks, man.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. And playing the game, I feel like if you don't have no penalties and don't give up sacks, you're doing a good job. So I like that's what I go into the game thinking, like, play your game, penalty free, mistake free, and protect the quarterback. At the end of the day, if you do that, you will have a great season.
Well, you certainly did. And again, your longevity speaks for itself, being able to maintain and play every snap. But so when Buffalo did release you that year later, what was that underdog mentality, man? Is it like, here we go again?
The situation in Buffalo, when they were trying to, well, I don't know what forced me out or whatever, keep me, whatever, after you signed me, it was crazy. So I felt like I had a conversation. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I've been through this, so I'm just gonna bet on myself again. I'm gonna force myself out the building before I can go somewhere and show the league that I still have it, not stay on the team and then I get released at the end and then with no film. So I told them I want to get released or trade me, do something. So they grant me my wish, release me, and the Bengals picked me up. So I said that's all I needed was the opportunity again. And when they picked me up, I played that first week I got there and dominated the game. So and it took off from there again.
Yeah. Well, no doubt, man. You got the who day going on that, and that was some good stuff. So speaking of underdogs, though, man, 2 years ago, Cincinnati only won 2 games. Last year, 4 games, and now you're off to the Super Bowl, man. You're Super Bowl bound. What had to happen and transform to make that occur?
No, when I got to Cincinnati, I knew, like, after the season, I even told the head coach that y'all have something special here, and I'm gonna make sure I'm coming back. I'm want to be here because y'all have something special. That's the same exactly what I did at Buffalo. I knew after I gave up no sacks that season, I told him, like, I'm coming back because it was something special. But I got released, and you see how far they made. They made it to the ALC Championship that year. I got released, and then this year, after I told Cincinnati head coach what we have in the locker room, and now we made it over to the Super Bowl. Like, the locker room in Cincinnati is a team. Like, it's a team bonding. Like, they always expect us to be the underdog. We let that happen, but at the end of the day, we play for each other in that locker room, and they're gonna carry you a long way.
I hear you, man. Let me know about this though. Joe Burrows, right? Everybody wants to know what makes him so special and such an efficient leader on that offense.
Joe Burrow, one of us. Like, he not like one of them quarterbacks who, honestly, he do come to work early and leave late and all that, but he not this, like, he gonna communicate with us. He gonna hang out with us. So doing that, it make people want to play for him more often.
Definitely give all you got with him. I got that, man. But let me say this. Obviously, this is a huge game for you personally, for your team, for the city of Cincinnati. How have you smelled the roses a little bit thus far in the last week and going through those playoff games and those victories you were supposed to win? But how do you stay focused, man, on the biggest game probably in your career?
You stay focused, like, the ticket situation and all that. So you knock that out the bud. Like, the week we have, it's 2 weeks for the Super Bowl. So that first week, we got everything situated. And what I say about that Wednesday, so all that taken care of now, we block that out. We focus on football now. Like, anything about the who need tickets now, can't talk to me. I'm focused. I took care of all that.
How many people came out of the woodwork for tickets?
A lot of people came out of the woodwork, but my family come before anything. So all the extra people for tickets, I couldn't do it.
I hear you, man. All right, so now after watching the film and getting ready, obviously Aaron Donald, that Rams defensive line, that Rams defense is stalwart and tough. What do you have to do to be successful on Sunday?
We just gonna have to do it, like, our game plan, master our game plan, and take care of what we have to take care of. We know they have a great front. They have a great defensive lineman, Aaron Donald, as you expect. They got Von Miller, they forward, and they got, I forgot to do 91 though in the middle. So, but they got a great front. So as we practice every week, we just play together and do what the coach said for the game plan, and just see what the outcome be.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So this is the primetime game. If you were to be victorious, which I think you will be, and I certainly am hoping for, what will it mean to you personally and where you are thus far in your career?
Winning the Super Bowl would mean a lot to me because I would be the first one to win it I'm the first one going to the Super Bowl from my area, from back home. And imagine winning the Super Bowl. It'll be great because my story, what I had to go through to get to where I'm in right now, all the ups and downs.
Yeah, you did. You tweeted that out right after the AFC Championship game about if they only knew what I had to go through to get here. What was the one big thing you think that you are not proud of, but you're satisfied that you overcame?
Getting the contract that I deserved, not deserved, but getting the contract for Buffalo that year and then getting released, that really put me in a dark hole because I was feeling like everybody think, oh, he have a contract. How did he get released the same year he just signed? What's going on? So me getting over that, getting my opportunity in Cincinnati really helped me solidify my name back out there.
Well, it certainly has, and you certainly earned that contract, and you continue to earn it, man. I'm really happy for you. I've been with you since 2011 here at WVU. Watched your career, man. I can't tell you, as an alumni guy, how proud I am of you, and I say that in a very humble way. You've earned it. You've went out and got it, man. And I want to thank you for coming on here. This is a crazy couple of weeks for you, and you gave it to Mountaineer Nation. So I thank you, man. And just let you know is I am rooting for you, and so is Mountaineer Nation, man.
Once a Mountaineer, always a Mountaineer.
Can't even say it any better than that, brother. Hey, good luck, man. Take care now.
Thank you.